Welcome to Beyond the Product, where we shine a spotlight on incredible Black entrepreneurs making moves and breaking boundaries in their fields. Our visionaries aren't just about the products they're selling. They're about the passion, the perseverance, and the journey that got them there. Let's hear their inspiring stories behind their drive to turn their dreams into reality as we go beyond the product.
Hello everyone, my name is Christa Griffin. All things CG, it stems from not wanting to put myself in a box. Not only am I an author, I also have a clothing brand as well. I also do public speaking. I didn't want to just be one thing, so all things, it doesn't limit myself from doing anything that I want to do. So I feel like the world does that enough. So I started this Affirmation Mirror wall idea a few months ago, earlier this year. One of my really close friends, Brittany, she was like, we should do we wanted to do something at this pop-up that I did in LA for Black on the Block. I was one of their vendors. It was an amazing experience. So I was like, let's try it. So the idea was pretty cool. We just started, writing a couple ourselves, and then we started inviting people to the table and saying and what I would ask them is, what's something that's something you live by, a mantra or affirmation, and then if it's not something you think about daily, then write something on the board that will encourage someone else that comes in this fair today. So it was an amazing experience. By the end of the event, the whole mirror was full of affirmations, and I hang on to all of them because I just think it's an experience, and it's so powerful. Like, words are so powerful, and it really, even if people, it's just a way to get people engaged, not only with your table, with you. So one is, I will be the first millionaire in my family. I like that. I feel that. Another one is, you don't need to do it all. That's good. You don't need to do it all, because that's, as women, I think we take on everyone else's things. We're carrying things for everybody else, and it's like we have our own things that we have to carry as well. So that's why it's important to make sure you take care of yourself and continue to water yourself, so that you can preserve yourself for the people that you love the most. You have to believe that everything, that you're deserving of everything that comes to you. Honestly, that's simply put. So I love that one as well. What inspired me to start my own business was, honestly, I think it was the space that I was in at the time. It wasn't a great year for me back in 2018, 2019. I just kind of felt out of place. I wasn't, really happy in the position that I was in. I felt like I didn't have purpose. So honestly, all things CG, daily mantra for sis, that was my COVID baby. That came at a time where, I needed it most. So that kind of inspired me to want to create something that would inspire women from all over the place to want to be their best selves, want to just show up for themselves daily, and then just something to inspire them. As far as being an entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur all of my life. Even as a kid, I remember selling snow cones, candy, snacks, coupon books to go on field trips, you name it. I've always been really good at sales, but as I got older, I was kind of praying to God about just helping my passion and my purpose to align, just to do more impactful work. That was always super important for me. And he blew my mind, honestly. When I started to seek him first about it, he blew my mind. And yeah, once I started writing, I slowed things down. The rest was history. As far as where the mantras came from, it was a lot of different things, a lot of different feelings that I was feeling, a lot of speaking to my aunts, my grandmother, my mom, my friends, just coming up with things daily to, just writing things down daily through conversation. And just putting it all into one book. One of the cool parts about my journal is each day there's a mantra, something to motivate you daily. And then we also have a scripture that go along with the mantra daily. So with that part, my mom was super helpful with that, just helping me show me how relatable the Bible is, to everyday life. So that's a great aspect of the journal as well. So just through conversation, through real life like situations, and just kind of putting it all together to create 365 of them. One of the things that I struggled with when I first started back in 2018, 2019 was really just getting too caught up on like the logistics of everything. I didn't know any other authors at the time. I didn't know the difference between publishing and self-publishing. I had no idea how to do anything in that aspect. I just knew I had a dream, but I was looking too big. I was looking too deep into it when God kind of came to me and was just like, I didn't tell you that you needed to know all these things. I told you to write, right? So focus on that part. So long story short, I started to meet people who knew how to edit. I started to meet people who, were artists. I started to, do more research to figure out if I wanted to do self-publish and the difference between them and what would work best for me. And then the finances, that part too. All those things came along when the time was necessary. I just needed to focus. So that kind of stopped me before from just starting, just because I got too caught up in the analysis of everything. So once I got past that, I started writing. I knew that I was onto something way bigger than I could have ever imagined. As far as my today's struggles or opportunities, because perspective is everything, I believe that the thing that I'm, kind of struggling with now is like the marketing, the content piece. I'm not super big on social media, so that is something that I'm like working daily towards. But through everything, you just, do the best you can and try to connect with great people, and it'll work itself out. It always does. So I like to look at it that way, as far as kind of giving me a competitive advantage. I know what vision was given to me, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing here, so I try to focus on that piece of it. As far as some ways that I stand out is I am self-published, so for the placement that I'm in, 3 stores here in Dallas, I created and fostered those relationships myself to get that placement. So I'm still a local independent author. I'm not, signed to anyone. I own 100% of my work, copyrighted out. So with that, the way that I wrap my books, I hand wrap them, daily. I hand wrap them as if it was my first order ever. Some people would say, like, why don't you just, send it as is? No, I want it to be an experience for you. Once you get the book, I want it to be experience. I want you to be excited. It's something about like unwrapping like a gift, whether you ordered it for yourself or someone else, that's like fulfilling. It gives you, a happy feeling. And then topped off with a sticker, and that is how we wrap our books. And I do that for every book, all 500 plus books. And then one other thing is my journals are not dated. And I did that purposely because I feel like if you have August 1st or January 1st, some days you do not feel like journaling, and that's okay. So I purposely did not date them so that you don't have any pressure to do them, to journal if you do not feel the need to do so. So if you want to pick it up once a month, twice a month, whatever works for you is your journal and is your journal. Every mantra, it does mirror it, the women as well. And it's just a really good opportunity to kind of do this with your spouse, but you can also do it for, a new graduate, someone starting a new job, someone on a new journey. It's not just limited to that, but I did create daily mantra for him, for the fellas, the ones who want to be intentional about their lives, who want to wake up daily and express gratitude for their day as well, and just to be more organized and just have something that's for them, made for them, made with love as well. The journal prompt today is, hello King, how are things going for you today? And then the scripture of the day is, the Lord will establish you as a holy people to himself, just as he has sworn to you, if you keep the commandments of the Lord your God and walk in his ways. And that comes from Deuteronomy 28 verse 9. So that's just an example of some of the, great mantras that you'll get, 365 days worth of them. And then another reflection question is, what is something that you love about yourself? And I also want you to get creative with that as well. And just, love on yourself a little more today. I think that's super important, just to love on yourself. Self-love is great. It's not a bad thing. So we shouldn't look at it like that. And then for the prompt, it says, hello, King. How are things going for you today? And then the scripture for the day is, the Lord would establish you as a holy people to himself, just as he has sworn to you, if you keep the commandments of the Lord your God and walk in his ways. You see how that go with breaking generational curses. You'll get that daily. You'll get your scripture as well as your mantra. What advice would I give my younger self or an up-and-coming entrepreneur? I would say take your time and enjoy the process. I feel like for myself personally, I've always been a big picture type of person. But as I get older, I'm starting to see that the small details and the big details matter. But it's all about finding the healthy balance between the two at the end of the day. So don't be in a rush to figure everything out so fast because you miss so many things in the process. Grow like where you're planted at this very moment. You may not like your job. I don't know a lot of people that like their jobs, seriously. So just grow where you're planted and seek God about everything that you want to do, and it's all going to work out, but take your time. Do not rush it. One of my favorite things that my mom, she always tells me is you don't want anything out of season, and she breaks it down in layman's terms. She said, if you pull a fruit, if you get some fruit from the store, if it's too ripe, it's not sweet, it's not good, it's not the time to eat it, right? But she said on the other side of that, if you let the fruit sit too long, it's overripe, it's moldy, it's not a good time to eat it either. So she said, that's how you want your life to be. You want things in season because it's going to taste better, it's going to feel better, and it's going to be for you because the timing was on point. So I want to give that same advice to you. What's next for me in the business? I'm just gonna take over. I'm thinking world domination, something crazy like that. I'm kidding, but seriously, I just want to continue to be my best self, show up authentically wherever I go. I want to share love and light. In today's climate, I feel like it's so needed. So that's my first thing, is just making sure I'm authentic in who I am. On the business side of things, I want to do more public speaking events. I want to get more placement in other bookstores. I want to continue to inspire. I'm probably going to do some kids versions as well. And really, honestly, in any other way that God want to use me, that's just like top of mind right now. So you really have to just stay tuned to find out, because I don't know, y'all. I think something crazy about to happen. So I'm excited, and I'm just enjoying the journey on my way. Yeah, so I am in the Dallas area, and my books, currently I'm at Poets Bookshop in Bishop Arts. I believe I still have a couple copies at the dock in Fort Worth as well. Like I said, I'm independent, so you can purchase them directly through my website, All Things CG. That's all, AllThingsCG.com. You can purchase them through there. My social media is the same name, but it's a double S. So All Things SCG at Facebook and Instagram as well. I'm not afraid of failing. I'm more afraid of what will happen if I don't try. So that keeps me motivated and pushes me to go. Like I said, when I started this work, I started writing. I knew this was going to be a lot bigger than me. So here we are 5 years later, still pushing 500 books sold, and we're not stopping no time soon. Thank you. But we do know what can happen if you dedicate your things. You'll get better every day, and you'll make something happen. It may not be, to the end goal right away, but I feel like anytime you go after your goals daily, you're better than you were yesterday. So let's just make something happen and keep going.